start of Advent week. If you are new to my channel, it is the week where every single day you will have a different video, and I'll be talking about different jigsaw puzzle Advent calendars. It's something I've been doing here on my channel since the start of my channel, and it's exciting for me. I know it's something that is highly requested from you, and I do have a whole playlist already about jigsaw puzzle Advent calendars from previous years. Almost all of them are still available to purchase, so I'll link that down below, as well as a video I did last year where I talk about 30 different ones and ranked them side by side with very minimal spoilers. That is a great video to look into. But I have today the first video where I'll talk about 5 different puzzle advents that I found on Amazon. I will say in general, the advents this year were a lot less than I've seen in previous years, or brands that I've tried before. I didn't necessarily buy the new version of what they had, but I'm excited to show you the 5 that I'll be doing today. And again, every single day this week will be different ones. So let's just get into the video. I hope you enjoy it and hope you stick around for each day. There will be giveaways throughout the week as well, so just as a little heads up. But let's just get into today's video. Today we are talking about 5 different ones that I saw on Amazon. We have a bunch of different brands and price points. And I will say in general, Amazon is a great place to find very inexpensive advent calendars, but they may be questionable advent calendars. I've done some in the past that have been absolutely great, but I have one here that we'll see how it goes. So let's just get into the 5 that I'll be talking about today. All right, first up, we're doing the $4.99 Amazon special. You can see a lot of these different style of images from a bunch of different sellers. So if you're wanting to just get a very inexpensive one, you may be able to find the same exact one in a lot of different price points. You may see one that was $30, but it's also $8, and it's the same exact thing. They're all just buying it from the same place. So just wanted to mention that, but let's just try it out and see how it is. You know, the image on the box looks cute. It's just a little collage with different, almost looks like stamps, but not quite. They all have like a different number on them, so you know like which day is which is kind of fun. But let's just open this up and see how it is. I will say, I think it was last year I did one from Pick4You, which is similar, and I did have missing pieces, and some pieces were in the wrong box, but it wasn't drastic, but I was missing, I want to say like 3 to 4 pieces. So just wanted to mention that I have done something similar from them. But again, this one is called Festive Fireplace, and if you can see on here, it's actually spelt incorrectly. It's missing an A. So obviously we're seeing some issues. I'm not sure if we're going to see any issues in the actual words, like did they spell everything correctly? We'll have to see. But you know, on the box it looks decent, but who knows what the actual pieces look like or if we got the right things. So we're just going to open this up, and it is cute. Each day has like a little Christmas emblem, you know. That's pretty cute. Some things are upside down, like this reindeer is upside down, but you know, not mad at it. There, don't say which day is which, so I'm guessing this is day 1. Nope, yeah, this is day 1. Everything's upside down, so there's that. But let's just see what day 1 looks like. Okay, so these ones are a little thin, and they do have a number on the back, but I'm assuming that's so you can put it back in the right box. But it's nothing crazy, like it looks fine. They are thin, just as an FYI. They are a bit on the thin side. Also very, very shiny, but overall decent. Like they're better than like a puzzle bug type of puzzle. So maybe for $4, this is great. Let's just do a few days and see what they are.
right, so for this one, I did 4 different boxes. We have 1 and 2, 12, and then 24. 1 and 2, you know, were fine. You can tell that it is some type of like AI image because of the weird lines and such, but from afar, looks cute. You know, it does have a grid cut, a little shiny. The fit isn't the worst, you know, it's decent. When you get to day 12, this one, I feel like some of the letters aren't letters. You can't quite read what it says. Like, no idea what this is supposed to say. And then I don't know if these are weird words. I'm not quite sure. They're just like a bunch of different, almost like a flyer for Christmas. But, you know, it again, it's cute and you can get the feel of Christmas. And then this one here is probably the worst of all of them, where it's just very muddy and blurry. We have like a Christmas present, but it also looks like it's some type of like table. And then we have like a very creepy like cat face. I don't know what that face is supposed to be. In general, everything's just kind of like blurry and weird looking. Also, the manger scene in this photo is just a little strange, but you know what? Again, it's not the worst thing. So I'll continue on with the rest of them, but here is the first $5 advent calendar. Next up, we have this one from Disney. This is the Stitch one. It says Merry Stitchmas. Image, super adorable. Let's open it up and see what it looks like. I like the presentation. Very simple design, in order. Let's take out, I guess, the same days. So we have 1, oh cute, a Stitch right here. 2, another Stitch, so same box. We'll do the same boxes, 12 and 24. All right, here's day 1. Presentation, super cute, you know, very simple, classic design. We then have the pieces, which also, again, look decent. Pieces, you know, they feel nice, the coloring's good. Nothing really to call out. They do have the numbers on the back, similar to the first one, just to put things away in the right boxes. But let's do this one real quick and see how it is. All right, here are the days 1, 2, 12, and 24. So fun. I really enjoy this one. I like the image, very bright, very colorful, quality decent. I didn't have anything in the wrong place. Fit pretty decent too. You could pick it up if you wanted. I have really nothing negative to say. This is a fun one. If you like Disney or if you have kids, I think it's great. You know, I forget the price point, but I feel like it was relatively affordable. So yes, like this one a lot. All right, let's move into the Buffalo games in Seiko. I'm just going to do them side by side because I'm assuming the quality is the same. But let's open these up. I'm not going to do 4 days for each of them. I'll probably pick 2, maybe days 1 and 24 from them, just because, again, I feel like the quality will be pretty similar. But let's just see. All right, let's do the Charles Osaki one first. We have some extra things in here. So we have looks like a poster, which is a good size. You know, it's not massive, but it will be helpful for you to see the images a little bit better. Let's see, let's take a look. Oh, this is fun. We have like a snowman and some Santas, just some signs. It's cute, more classic Christmas, but I like the images. And then like last year with the Buffalo Games one, it does include glue sheets. So you could glue each day, and then at the end you'll have a full image. So maybe you want to frame it for a piece of Christmas decor. That's an option. And then here is the presentation. So fun and festive. We have days 1 through 24, and it does look like it has a glimpse of what you'll be doing on that day. So let's take out days 1, And I'll take out day 24 from this one too. I like this image because each day is a little bit different. You know, it's not just like Christmas tree, Santa, present. You know, it looks like it's a little scene in each one. So let's do days 1 and 24. Also for Thomas Kincaid, here is an up close picture of it. So you can see some of them are just Disney scenes. You know, we have Lilo and Stitch, we have Aladdin, we have Mickey and Minnie. Some that I've seen before in other variations, like we have Tangled. We have some more wintry scenes like Belle and Beast, and we have a little more, I mean, it just looks like festive with Mickey and Minnie and the gang here. We have Mickey with his wizard hat. Really anything that's super Christmassy. Not really. I feel like the biggest Christmas one would be this one, or where it's like a Christmas tree, but nothing like Santa or anything like that. So I think if you wanted an Advent that isn't necessarily Christmas, maybe you want to do it after Christmas. This one would still work for that. So let's open this one up. Again, I'm guessing it's very similar. Yeah, we have a poster. We have the glue sheets. And then we have the boxes. So again, we'll take out days 1 and day 24. All right, here's day 1 from the Thomas Kincaid. And it looks very similar, actually, quality-wise, to the one that was the $5 one from Amazon. Super glossy, pretty thin, and it does have some lettering where we have like letters A, and I have a couple that say B, so I'm not sure if maybe just the letters didn't line up, or did we get some extras for the next day? I don't know, but the pieces are almost identical to the one from Amazon. The only good thing about this is, like, you know, it's a Thomas Kincaid, you know that one's Charles Wasaki, so you know the artist, and the images are more artist based. So let's just do these guys real quick, and I'm excited for this one. All right, so we have these two. We have the Thomas Kincaid, Charles Wasaki. As you can see with this one, we are missing a piece. I did double check boxes 7 and 2 because those are the ones that would be next to it in case maybe it just fell into a different box. I didn't see it in there, but it doesn't mean that it doesn't exist in the puzzle. It's possible it just may be in a different box. I'll have to double check and I guess all the boxes eventually. So that's unfortunate. The images are cute though. I will say they're a little bit on like the pixelated side, like they're not meant to be this small, but the quality is decent. But again, it's almost identical to the one from Pick For You or those other Amazon versions. We also have the Thomas Kincaid, which again, super cute. Like that it's not really super Christmassy. We have a Mickey and Minnie scene, and then we have one from Tangled. And this one, again, it's the exact same quality. Don't have any missing pieces though. And for this one also, it looks a little bit on the grainy side. You don't see as much of the detail as if you had a full-size image, but nothing crazy as far as quality goes. Finally, we have the Ravensburger puzzles. This one is called Christmas Around the World. Illustration by Serena Jodic, I think is how you pronounce it. So let's open this one up and see what it looks like. Let's look at the design. It is very classic Christmas, days 1 through 24. And oh, hey, it does look like this one is from Germany. And it looks like this one might have to do with the, I can't pronounce that, but that famous castle that I've actually is on my wish list to go to because it's in the little Around the World Soarin' ride from Disney. Anyways, I've always wanted to go to that one. And it does look like that's what the image is. Fun! I'm guessing that's maybe Merry Christmas in German? I'm not sure. Is all of them different? Yeah! So this one's Portugal, which is fun. And this is another scene from Portugal. Oh, I love this. I love this concept where each one is a different country and it says, oh, this must be French. Yeah, and it has the Eiffel Tower, and it has France. This is such a fun little concept. Sorry, I now need to look at more of them. This one, I don't know what that one is, but oh, Egypt! This is super cute. Anyways, let's just do a couple days. I'll do this one because it's Germany. And then we have, oh, what's this one? Day 24. It looks like it's just the Northern Lights from Scandinavia. So we have a bunch of different countries. Fun. And it has all the different countries here. I'm liking this. Let's just do one more because I'm having a fun time. We have day 14, it's just China. And it looks like it's the Great Wall. And it looks like, I mean, some of these scenes are just like winter. They're not necessarily Christmas. Obviously it says Merry Christmas, but they're actually more like just landmarks, which is kind of fun. So let's do these puzzles real quick. I'm just going to do 3 of them, but this is fun. So it looks like this one is 54 pieces. And I think from what I gathered is that you can make them as individual puzzles, but then at the end you can make it one giant just collage. So it looks like regular Ravensburger quality, which is great, but also means you also get the puzzle dust. All right, here are the 3 Ravensburger ones that I have done. These were super fun. Now the grid cut for each one of these is the exact same and the border is the exact same for each one. So I can see the border being a bit repetitive over 24 days, but you can also mix and match where they are in the, once you put them all together, you can just take off one border, like I'll just do it here. And technically you could put them together to make a larger puzzle, which is kind of fun if you want to mix and match, or if you are like, wow, you get the same piece cut every single day, you might remember it, who knows, but it's kind of a unique concept and I really think this would be a fun one to do, especially if you had kids. Has a little bit of an educational aspect of it as well, to learn about the different countries and how they say Merry Christmas. I love how you can see a different landmark. You know, you can make a whole evening of it if you knew what the country was you were doing, maybe make a meal or some type of dish that's from that country. It's a cute concept. I like this one a lot.
I had a great time going through all these advent calendars, and I just wanted to give you a little roundup review. So first up, my favorite is definitely the Ravensburger one. Super fun concept. Love how there's like the educational aspect of it. Quality great. I do think that the piece cut could be a little bit repetitive over 24 days, but honestly, I don't really do it for the piece cut. I do it for the image. So you can get it for $30 currently as I'm filming this over on the Ravensburger website. So it was fun. I like it. I think it would be a fun one to do throughout the whole season, you know, a little treat, and think it'd be a great like evening with the kids, you know. We also have this one, which is about $27 on Amazon. Again, it's Disney, and it's a cute concept. I like it. The quality was great. Had nothing negative to say. So I did enjoy this one too. And then I'm putting the other 3 kind of next to each other because they're all good, and it really just depends on your image preference, I guess. And I feel like the quality is identical, so you can spend like $10 on one, or you can spend $20 on one, and they're pretty identical. I feel like the image is a little bit different. This one definitely, you can see AI elements, but is it enough to justify the double the price? It's up to you. I just don't want to say don't get it, because that might be your price point is $7 to $8. That is the max you can spend. And you know what? I think you would still have a good time with these advent calendars. I'm not going to demonize anyone for wanting to save money this time of year, you know? So this one, it was fun. The quality was decent. Really, the only thing is like the image is like, you know, but it might also be fun to see what weird elements you'll find in this image. As far as the Thomas Kincaid and the Charles Wasaki one. I did enjoy it. I like the different images. I like how the Thomas Kincaid isn't necessarily like Christmas. I also really like the different Disney elements. That's super fun. I do feel like it's a little bit on the grainy side, but in general, I think it's cute. It's fun. I do hope that the extra piece is somewhere within the puzzle. You know, that's something I need to figure out. But they are retailing between like $18 to $24. I've seen a whole bunch of different price points depending on the day, so just keep your eye out if you are wanting to get one of these guys. And also this one here, I just double checked, is no longer $4.99, but maybe it'll come back down eventually. It's currently $10, but there are other versions of it for around $7. So there's a huge variety of price points and quality over on Amazon. I just thought I would give you a little bit of a roundabout view of what you could get from like a non-puzzle brand versus a puzzle brand. Do I think the Ravensburger one is a lot better quality? Absolutely. But if you only have $10 to spend, you can still enjoy the season and try something like this. I will say, I would just do it at your own risk. You might end up with a flop, which I've heard mixed experiences with. For me, so far of this one, you know, it's not the most horrible thing I've tried. So that's it for me. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'd love to know which 5 of these was your favorite. I would also love to know if you've done one of these like random Amazon ones. Let me know your experience down below, because I've actually had really good success with some, and then I've been missing pieces with others, but who knows? I would love to know your opinion. But that's it for me. Thank you so much for tuning in for today's video, and I will see you guys again tomorrow. Bye guys!